In this video, we're going to look at the gpupdate command that is built into Windows computers. It's built into the client and server operating systems. This command has been around for years, and it's used for manually forcing a group policy update. So by default, Windows will update its group policy settings on a 90-minute interval. But there are times when you may need to manually force an update and you can't wait the 90 minutes. So let's look at the command, and then I'll walk through an example. So you can open up a command prompt, and the command is just gpupdate. And the nice thing about this command is you can run it as a regular user. So if you need to force an update on a computer, you don't have to remote onto the user's computer, log them off, log in with an administrator account. It'll run as a regular user. And in this example right here, I'm logged in with a non-administrator account, and the command runs just fine. So there's gpupdate and there's gpupdate force, and the difference is gpupdate will just pull down policies that you have changed. For example, say you go make a change to the screensaver timeout, and then you go run gpupdate. This command will just pull down that policy. The gpupdate force command will pull down all policies. So say you have 10 group policies applied to this computer or user, and you run gpupdate/force, it will reapply all of those policies. In this example, I don't have very many policies applied, so no big deal. But if you had a large environment, a lot of group policies, doing the gpupdate force command could take a few minutes. And in most instances, there's no issue running gpupdate force. The only caution that you need is if you try to do gpupdate force through a script or through the group policy management console, where you can apply run this. Well, actually you can't, but basically it's in a script. If you're going to run this against a large number of computers, you could put a strain on your domain controller, because it's you're going to have multiple computers trying to pull down multiple group policies from the domain controller. So all those computers are going to be hitting that domain controller trying to pull down however many group policies. But for one-off instances, group policy/force is not a big deal. With that said, it's generally not needed. I've always ran gpupdate and not had any issues with it. I usually start with gpupdate, and then if there's for some reason the group policy is not applying, I'll try a /force, and then sometimes you may just have to reboot. But with all Windows commands, you can do the /? To see all of the syntax and switches. There is a way to target computer and user, but honestly, in all my years as a system administrator, I've never done that. The only options I've ever used is the /force. There is this log off and boot option. Never used it. If you run a group policy, if you run a gpupdate and the computer needs to reboot, it will pop up and let you know. I've never seen a use case of using /boot or /logoff. So that's group gpupdate. Very simple command. Again, it just refreshes, pulls down group policy, changes for gpupdate, and then /force will pull down all group policies. So let's look at a quick example here. So say you got a user that's called, or maybe an entire department, and they're like, we need this program installed, we need this shortcut on our desktop, we need some change that's required in group policy that you IT guys are controlling. So in this example, I've just created a group policy that puts a shortcut on their desktops. So I'm going to apply it to this. I've already created it. I'm going to link it to this accounting OU here. It's called user shortcuts. So the user, and again, if I applied this, it would automatically get it after the 90-minute interval when Windows refreshes on that 90-minute interval. But in this case, we're just going to pretend we've got an angry user that has to have it now. So this is where you can use gpupdate. So I'm logged in as that user. It's in that accounting OU. So at this point, I can just run gpupdate, and that group policy will just put a shortcut on the desktop. So you should see a shortcut pop on the desktop here when I run this command, and there it is. You see, it was quick. I didn't have to use the force command, and that's it. And there are instances, certain group policies, where the computer will have to reboot and you'll get a different pop-up message. If you need to force an update on multiple computers, you can do that through the Group Policy Management Console. Just drill down to the OU, and you can right-click on it and do a GP Group Policy Update, and that will run a Group Policy Update on all of the accounts that are in that OU. And there's also a way to do this with PowerShell, and on my website I've got this a tutorial on the Group Policy Update that has a few more examples, and it also has the PowerShell commands for running this on multiple computers. There is there's a PowerShell command equivalent to the Windows command. It's invoke gpupdate, and here's the script that you can use for running this on multiple computers. In this example, I've got it set to an OU, so all you need to do is change the search base to the distinguished name of your OU that you want to run this on. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And for more Active Directory tutorials, tips, and PowerShell scripts, check out my website, activedirectorypro.com. Thanks for watching.